Hi everyone. Warm welcome to my channel Yummy to present the most delicious and easy recipes. We are here to enjoy cooking. I kindly request you to subscribe to my channel, add some comments and smash the like button.
Okay guys, so starting off straight away, I have 250 grams of raisins and 250 grams of sultanas in a bowl. And this is on day one of your preparation for your brack. You can also see that I have some small pieces of mixed peel here. That's completely optional, you don't have to include it, and it wouldn't be part of a traditional recipe. But all I have done is I have stewed some really hot, strong tea in a pot. For this, I used 2 tea bags and 300 milliliters of water. So pop all of that lovely dried fruit into a bowl and pour over your strong, hot tea. Any good Irish tea will work perfectly for this. And essentially what we want to do is let that rest overnight and allow the fruit to soak up all of that lovely liquid. And this 300 mils will actually form the bulk of the liquid for this recipe, so it is a little bit different in that respect. The following morning you can see just how much that fruit has soaked up all of that liquid. They've become really plump and moist and juicy, and that's exactly what we want for a really plump and moist and juicy barmbrack. And it's then time to prepare your batter. You will need 150 grams of light brown sugar, 300 grams of self-raising flour, 5 grams of mixed spice, 5 grams of salt, 5 grams of baking powder, 1 large free-range egg, your bowl of fruit, and I haven't included here that you will need about 100 mils extra of strong hot tea. So as usual, when we're doing any kind of baking, I always find it really good practice to pass all of your dry ingredients through a sieve. Give all of that a whisk together so it's nicely combined, and add your sugar. That mixture is so fragrant, really you're going to love this. Now this is a bit of an unusual one, but at this point we want to add our egg and just mix it in gently. It's going to be kind of a lumpy, really weird mixture that you're not really used to working with, but trust me, it'll work. When your egg is mixed in, go ahead and drain whatever liquid is remaining from your fruit. So that fruit won't have overnight soaked up all of that liquid, so you will have a little bit left. And what we want to do is create a nice smooth batter that drops off your spoon. This is where our 100 mils extra of our strong, freshly brewed tea comes in. How much of this additional liquid you need to use will depend on how much of that strong tea that your fruit soaked up overnight. And I'm just adding it in a little bit at a time until I get the consistency that I want, which is sort of a runny, falls off the spoon cake batter, but you can still see your wooden spoon marks in your mixture. At this stage then we can add in our fruit and just spend a bit of time mixing it in, getting everything really nice and well incorporated. It's quite a dense mixture. A lot of people wouldn't be used to making cakes or breads that are this dense, but just work with it, don't get panicked by it, and make sure everything is really nice and incorporated. So I went ahead and lined a 2-pound loaf tin with some grease-proof paper. This will just allow me to lift the bread out of the tin really nicely after our first 1 hour of baking. I'll get onto that in a second. But all you want to do is spoon your mixture in and make sure you get every little bit of it out of the bowl. We want to make sure we have all of that moisture and goodness locked in. And you're going to bake your barmbrack in a preheated oven, which is set to 170 degrees Celsius, and that is a fan oven, for about an hour. If you pop a skewer into the center of your loaf and it still isn't coming out clean, then your bread may need an extra 20 minutes. You can take your loaf out of the tin using those overhanging edges on your greaseproof paper and pop it back into the oven tin free for about another 20 minutes, and that should do the job perfectly. There is a little bit of watching to do on this loaf, so if you notice over the hour it's becoming too brown, pop a sheet of foil over the top of the loaf and this will prevent it from browning too much. Look how absolutely amazing that looks. I cannot wait to dig into this loaf. It is so fruity, so decadent, so delicious. It is perfect to eat on the day of baking, and what we do is slather it up with good Irish butter. It's the most amazing way to eat.
Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Do not forget to subscribe, and we need comments. And help me to share my channel by smashing the like button, that really does help.